Preparing for the Cambridge IGCSE Business Studies exam can easily feel like you're trying to memorize an entire company's operations overnight. You have dozens of formulas, hundreds of definitions, and entirely distinct corporate departments to understand. That is why we are taking the Study Buddy approach. We aren't going to try to brute force memorize a textbook. Instead, we are going to follow a clear 3-step blueprint designed specifically to get you through the Cambridge 0450 exam on your very first try. Passing this course does not require a photographic memory. It requires a precise understanding of the syllabus and knowing exactly what the examiners are looking for. Step 1 is mapping out the territory. The entire syllabus is built on 6 interlocking areas of business. First, we have the internal functions: understanding business activity, people in business, and marketing. Then we build out the rest of the picture with operations management, financial information and decisions, and external influences. In the exam room, you will rarely be tested on just one of these in isolation. The questions are designed to test how well you understand the way these 6 pillars interact within a real-world scenario. Step 2 is decoding the actual tests. You will sit 2 papers, and they share a strict common baseline. Both last exactly an hour and a half, both are worth 80 marks, and each accounts for 50% of your final grade. But there, the similarities end. Paper 1 is a short answer and data response test. It is broken into 4 separate questions, each based on a short, completely unrelated business scenario. To know exactly how much you need to write, look right at the paper itself. The number of marks available for each part is printed on the right side, and the blank lines provide a strict physical limit for your answer. At the start of the section, you will find short-form prompts. These are straightforward knowledge checks, asking you to define specific terms, like private sector or redundancy, for 2 marks each. By the final part of that same question, the difficulty scales up. You will face a 6-mark prompt that asks you to make a judgment and justify your answer, utilizing the longer space provided. Paper 2 works entirely differently. Instead of 4 separate mini-scenarios, this paper relies on one large unseen case study insert, complete with multiple data appendices, like advertisements and financial forecasts. Paper 1 requires rapid context switching. You have to adapt your thinking to a new company 4 different times. Paper 2 demands deep, sustained analysis of a single company's unique situation. Step 3 brings it all together, with 3 golden rules of exam technique. This is how you translate your syllabus knowledge into actual marks. Rule 1 is time management. Once the clock starts, deduct 10 minutes specifically to read the case study or the scenarios. After that, you must stick strictly to a pace of 1 minute per available mark. If you are looking at an 8-mark question, like this one asking for reasons a business might stay small, you have exactly 8 minutes to plan and write your answer. If you take 15, you will run out of time later. Rule 2 is application. The Cambridge examiners heavily penalize generic textbook theory. If your answer could apply to any business, it will earn almost 0 credit, especially on paper 2. Writing a generic statement like, "The business should raise prices," earns nothing for application. Instead, tie it directly to the case data. Bethany should raise the prices at BB Health Spa because demand for her new skin treatments is high. Rule 3 is plan before you write. When you reach a high-value 12-mark question, identify the command words first. Do not start writing until you know exactly what is being asked. A 12-mark evaluation requires a strict 4-part structure. Make your first point, make your second point, provide balance by discussing disadvantages, and conclude with a final, justified recommendation. Adhering to these 3 rules keeps your answers focused. You are actively answering the specific question the examiner posed, rather than just dumping everything you memorized onto the page. You now have the blueprint. You know the 6 main syllabus topics, the distinct demands of the 2 paper formats, and the 3 golden rules of exam technique. Now it is time to put this into practice. Right after this video ends, go download a past paper 2 case study. Spend exactly 10 minutes reading the insert. Pick one 12-mark question, set a timer for exactly 12 minutes, and write an answer that is heavily applied to that specific business. Treating your exam technique with the exact same rigor as your syllabus memorization is how you walk into the exam room with total confidence.